Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. This video includes paid promotion. Well guys, it is midsummer if you guys are watching this video on the day that I'm releasing it. Now the question becomes for crypto, are we at that inflection point where the market is about to turn? I wanted to bring you to this tweet here by Chart Nerd, XRP chart update. So the price has confirmed a POC on the 2-week lower regression band of the Gaussian channel, representing an historical bull switch. Guys, look at what he's pointing out here. Bull switch, we saw it. So this is the XRP chart specifically. So he's looking at XRP. Bull switch for 2017, we saw XRP pretty much stagnate. And then we saw a huge move to the upside in and around late 2017, actually mid 2017, before we saw that all-time high in early 2018. We also saw that bull switch in 2019 where XRP started to make its way up. Of course, again, in 2022, that late summer or mid-summer bull switch. And now, guys, we're down and around here. So are we in that zone? Is it time? All very good questions that I think we have to ask ourselves. This is the XRP chart on the 1 hour. And so I'm going to zoom in a little bit right now. XRP, obviously, on the 1 hour, fighting up against this former resistance in here. So this would be in around $1.16, give or take. You guys can see that level did hit a couple of times up here. Pretty much pinpointed it from here on July the 6th. And we did see a wick up here on this date. And now we're actually retesting this support. So this support is also former resistance from back in early July. Will XRP get up above those levels? Very good question. Let's bring up the Bitcoin chart, guys. As you guys can see, Bitcoin has had a bit of a time too. It's been slowly grinding to the upside here. Bitcoin bouncing down, double bounce here in the below, we'll call it the below $60,000 level. $60,000, of course, that psychological level for Bitcoin. And now Bitcoin is up quite a bit. It's been grinding over the last, we'll say roughly a month, about 3 weeks now. Bitcoin up to 65,500. So a far cry from where it was in and around $58,000, $59,000. So a nice slow grind. Of course, for Bitcoin, we do need to get up above these significant levels here. That's in around 67,002, 67,003. So Bitcoin is still just trying to test these levels. Is it time for Bitcoin? I mean, generally speaking, what we tend to see is Bitcoin move down again. There's that final capitulation event in the fall. So we are just going to have to wait and see. Just going to interrupt this video for a second. Here's a word from one of today's video sponsors. Guys, let's be honest. The crypto market has been moving sideways for a while now. A lot of people are just sitting on their coins waiting for that next big move. But while you're waiting, your crypto is just sitting idle in your wallet doing absolutely nothing. That's why I'm going to mention it again, the long-standing partnership I have with FortisX. Instead of letting your assets sit idle, you can put supported cryptocurrencies into FortisX liquidity pools and earn daily rewards while still keeping the flexibility to withdraw them anytime you want. And I keep working with these guys because they keep delivering. The team is public. They've successfully completed Cyberscope team verification. So that's KYC. They've passed independent security audits, and the platform has been building consistently for years. They're focused on long-term growth, transparency, and security rather than hype. In a market like this, it makes far more sense to have your crypto working for you instead of letting it sit idle. I've worked with FortisX for a long time, and if you're planning to hold your crypto anyway, I genuinely think it's one of the smartest ways to put those assets to work. Remember, guys, investing is inherently risky. Always diversify your investments. This is not financial advice. Guys, FortisX has now included Quant on their platform. So Quant is now live on FortisX. Quant holders can now put their assets to work through FortisX liquidity pools and earn daily rewards while maintaining full flexibility. No complicated setup, no unnecessary conversions, just a trusted liquidity layer built for long-term digital asset holders. And again, I'm going to put my affiliate link there on the screen if you guys have not signed up for FortisX yet. Here's something else that I was not expecting. Ripple and Whales here pointing this out. Well, another Bitcoin domino falls. So this is breaking news. Arthur Hayes, he did found the BitMEX exchange, so one of the OG Bitcoin exchanges. It's shutting down after 11 years permanently to close on September the 23rd. New registrations have stopped with users urged to withdraw their funds before the deadline. At its peak, I don't know if you guys remember this, but at its peak, BitMEX processed a record $16 billion in one day and over $1 trillion in annual trading volume. And now they've put out a press release. Today, we are announcing the closure of the BitMEX exchange taking place on the 23rd of of September. With immediate effect, we have stopped all new account registrations following a strategic review of the business and broader crypto industry. Of course, guys, with regulation, we're going to start to see a lot more of this kind of thing. So I don't know which cryptocurrency exchange you use, but be sure you are on a regulated exchange. I'm sure you guys already are. When BitMEX started in 2014, our mission was simple: provide access to professional-grade crypto derivatives for everyone. BitMEX invented the 100x leverage perpetual swap, the most traded product in the crypto industry, now adopted by thousands of people and exchanges. So what does it mean for users? It gives you guys a bit of a write-up here. If you are part of the BitMEX exchange, final note here from all of us at BitMEX, we want to thank everybody who has interacted with the platform over its long history. You have all played a pivotal role in helping BitMEX become the industry leader it was, and we hope you will continue to trade on the many excellent platforms that have followed in our footsteps. So trying to take the high road here, however, I do think this was a bit of a failure in a way, because had they been, I want to say, had they been following probably the protocol for getting their platform regulated in other jurisdictions, they probably would not have to shut down. Now that we have crypto regulation coming about in all kinds of different jurisdictions around the world, we're going to start to see a lot more of this kind of thing, I have a feeling. And BitMEX was just not able to have that kind of longevity. So wanted to bring that up, on top of which I wanted to mention that Eleanor Turret does have an update for us with regards to the Clarity Act. So Senate Republicans have just released an updated version of the Clarity Act, guys, following briefing calls with stakeholders this morning. Here are some of the key provisions in the latest text, including ethics, the BRCA, and other areas we've been following closely. Eleanor Turret does comment on this, so she breaks it down. Okay, the ethics package, that is the big one. That was negotiated between the White House and GOP Senator Cynthia Lummis and Bernie Moreno, and now not have sign-off from Democrats. Bans the president and vice president, members of Congress, and federal judges and other covered officials from issuing or sponsoring digital assets for compensation while in office, with a sunset date of January 20th, 2029. It requires covered officials to either sell their crypto holdings or investments. So not giving insiders any kind of leeway here. Gives the Department of Justice civil enforcement authority over ethics violations, including the ability to sue exchanges that knowingly list prohibited tokens. Okay, so that's interesting too. Requires disclosure of crypto sales over $1,000 and directs the Government Accountability Office to study additional ethics gaps. It's worth noting that the section will likely change, so Democrats who say they still not have seen the text are strongly opposed to the proposal to put the DOJ in charge of enforcement without state attorneys, generally having a role. Bipartisan negotiations are expected to come over the next few days. So it gives some more information about the blockchain regulation or Regulatory Certainty Act, as she points out, and stablecoin yield as well. Some more detailed information along with law enforcement and bankruptcy protections. It's quite a lengthy tweet thread here, but Eleanor Turret, of course, covering it all for us. I will link this in the description if you guys are interested in following that. Wanted to thank Eleanor, Coin Bureau, and Chart Nerd for posting those. Guys, I also happen to see this. So from Re.Pay, they have now just integrated the XRP ledger onto their platform. So users can now spend RLUSD using the Re.Pay card or the Re.Pay infrastructure. Check this out. Bank XRP posting this. Re.Pay, an 8 million user stablecoin payment platform, fintech processing platform. Okay. They annualized 12 billion in volume across 100 countries. They've just launched an XRP ledger-based card integrating the RLUSD. Users can now pledge XRP as collateral for a credit line at 50% LTV, settling via the RLUSD. So you can now settle via stablecoin over the Re.Pay card. And here is Odelia Tortman commenting on this. Now, this isn't the full interview. This is just the intro. I wish I could find the full interview somewhere. I'm going to play you guys this clip, though. Listen to this.
Going to look into different key trends, some of the key products that we're seeing, and explore some of the latest developments across digital assets markets and the wider XRP ecosystem. So over the past year, digital finance has accelerated greatly, moving far beyond being a mere asset into much more increasing list of different types of use cases that are basically targeting everyday life and everyday financial services and product. And within this shift, crypto cards sit in a very practical frontier. They're becoming a standard way to basically connect digital assets balance sheets into everyday payments, into everyday usable services, and basically connecting these assets that up until today used to live only on exchanges into basically usable element at the checkout terminal, often without the user even being aware of the whole infrastructure that it sits on. Now, increasingly, those new crypto cards have embraced a stablecoin first approach, being deployed on different types of ledgers, such as the XRP ledger, designed from inception to support exactly this fast payment, fast settlement, and the support of different types of digital asset movement. And it is exactly in this context of today's conversation that we will be focusing and understanding how this new layer of basically crypto-based payment is operating and launched today on the XRP ledger, and what are the different use cases and applications we can see. And in order to dive deep into this, we have a very special guest today, Taylor from Riddle, which is a global stablecoin payment fintech with over 8 million registered users across 100 countries with around 12 billion annualized payment volume. Riddle have recently launched their XRPL card, which basically integrates both the RLUSD on the XRP ledger to basically enable XRP-backed credit line settlement and different types of FX corridors. So first of all, Taylor, welcome on board.
It's weird. It kind of sounded like she was saying metal pay, and even in the subtitles it said metal pay, but I think with their accent, she really was saying redot pay. I had to just quickly ask AI here. MetalPay is not affiliated with Redot Pay, so there is actually a company called MetalPay. They are entirely separate companies run by different corporate entities. So, okay, regardless, let's just assume she said Redot Pay. Interesting to say that this is now completely integrated. Stablecoin powered cards, the volume is up to 80% year to date and 250% year over year. And guys, this is just one specific card that is integrated. I do have a Redot Pay card. Personally, for me though, and this one does not run on the XRP ledger, I'm going to say full disclosure, but I love this particular card, the Ether.fi card. I do have an affiliate link there on the screen. It's essentially the same thing. You can load stablecoin on it and start spending right away. It attaches to your iPhone or Android, so you can have instant access. I use Apple Pay with this thing. My affiliate link is there on the screen, and I do believe we both get a kickback if you do use the affiliate link. So, these types of cards becoming more and more popular. Wanted to thank Bank XRP for bringing that up. Guys, Ripple partner TerraPay has just made another announcement. TP Bank has selected TerraPay for real-time cross-border payments. So TerraPay, a Ripple-enabled company, they are a Ripple partner, have been a Ripple partner for quite a while. They're a global money movement company. They've just partnered with TP Bank, one of Vietnam's most innovative and digitally focused banks, to offer customers real-time outbound cross-border payment capabilities to destinations worldwide. To give you a bit of context here, Vietnam recorded 17.7 billion non-cash transactions in 2024. So that's pretty big for non-cash transactions, up 56% year on year. And by the first 9 months of 2025 alone, that figure had already reached nearly 18 billion. So of course, the world is going digital, as we're seeing here. As Vietnam's shift to digital cashless bank accelerates, customers increasingly expect the same speed and simplicity in cross-border payments that they've already experienced domestically. Yet expanding international payment offering requires banks to build multiple bilateral relationships or make substantial technological advancements. And guys, this is how they're doing it. They're doing it through Ripple partners that have been Ripple partners for a decade-ish. Through this partnership, TP Bank can utilize its existing Swift connectivity. So get this, existing Swift connectivity while gaining access to Ripple partner TerraPay's extensive global payment network, connecting customers to bank accounts and wallets across more than 156 countries and territories. So that's how they're doing it. Another extension, this is how companies are going to be using, or banks rather, financial institutions, essentially how the end user, how they're essentially going to be using XRP indirectly through big companies like Swift. So just another example of that. For TP Bank customers, this means fast and seamless international payments, global reach through bank accounts and wallet payout options, and reduced complexity digital first experience for businesses making overseas payments. Down here, it says the collaboration has been duly notified to the State Bank of Vietnam in accordance with applicable regulations. All inbound and outbound remittance transactions are subject to stringent controls to ensure compliance with Vietnam's foreign exchange regulations and anti-money laundering requirements. So boom goes the dynamite there, guys. Ripple partner TerraPay integrating with another bank. So maybe Jake Claver isn't so crazy after all. I'm still on the fence about that. John Squire here posting this. Jake Claver believes that if XRP goes parabolic, many people may not be able to sell at the price they expect because there won't be enough liquidity on exchanges. An interesting thesis here. Institutions buy OTC. More XRP keeps leaving exchanges and market offers could suffer heavy slippage. Now, this is not the first time I've heard this theory. Jake Claver has been recycling theories from the old school days, 2017, 2018. But you know what? It's okay. It's good to reevaluate. It's good to come back to the table and, talk about these kinds of things again. The more I think about it, the more I believe he has a point. Everyone is obsessed with the target price, but very few are thinking about their exit strategy. Guys, again, I'm just going to mention it. If you guys are interested in how I'm treating this crypto cycle, you can always follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I'm going to be talking about exit strategy. I'm going to be talking about which exchanges I'm using, how I'm exiting, not to mention the targets that I'm buying at and selling at, and all the different cryptocurrencies, the percentage of my portfolio, all that stuff. So patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It is only $5 a month. Let's get back to this. Planning ahead and using limit orders could end up being just as important as picking the right price. So with regards to Jake's thesis here. Okay, when we see some major price action come for XRP, I've got uncomfortable news for you. A lot of exchanges won't have the liquidity to let you exit at that market value. Well, here's a point that he doesn't necessarily make here, I guess. The fact is, once retail sees XRP jumping in price, there's going to be so many more people on these exchanges that there will be liquidity. We'll see compounded liquidity, I think. But I guess he's thinking of maybe once we do see this institutional demand, real world demand, and once we see XRP really kind of scaling up, okay? So he says a lot of the exchanges won't have the liquidity. Institutional buyers dominate OTC and retail will get stuck fighting for exposure through ETFs and DATs. Everyone wants to believe their XRP bag is going to make them rich overnight while they do nothing differently. Well, I'm here to tell you that without custody, tax strategy, and wealth infrastructure before the liquidity event, you'll fumble generational wealth. So I guess he's got some kind of program here that he's going to teach you how to do that. Most lottery winners go broke, and most crypto millionaires will join them. Okay, doom and gloom. I mean, I think at the end of the day, we know that. Okay, I'm going to take a more realistic approach here. I think crypto is going to scale slowly. The real world demand is going to scale slowly. I've always maintained this. There is a theory that boom, like that, we can see it in the blink of an eye. I know David Schwartz has hinted at that in terms of XRP price, but it is not confirmed. I think we're going to scale slowly. I think XRP demand will build slowly. And I think we have to treat this cycle like a 4-year cycle, like any other cycle. Guys, we still don't even have clarity. So be mindful of that. The other thing I wanted to mention here, though, was David Schwartz's recent response. Have you seen gas prices lately? $5.89. Yes. David Schwartz did post this, and it was a response to this Kansas 108 tweet here. Interesting, $5.89, sort of. This Seattle license plate, as you guys can see, he's making some kind of a connection here to $5.89. And of course, David Schwartz had to respond. Now, Future XRP did comment on this, so I'm a little perplexed by this reply from David. Honestly, there is no way a guy in his position can win. I love that he has fun with and engages with the XRP community like this. I also know he's pushed back hard against saying that he speaks in riddles. I know as well that he has been a part of testing XRP behind the scenes at many different price levels. XRP holders are starving for some positive momentum right now after seeing the price fall over the last 18 months. I think the confusing part is that retail holders don't know if this is pure entertainment, which is perfectly fine and fun if it is. If this is hinting at something much bigger, though, connecting the price testing on private ledgers, if this is simply feeding into XRP lore or something else entirely. Whatever the case, I do appreciate how accessible David has been and how he freely engages on this platform with the XRP community. So there you guys have it, XRP 589. David Schwartz continuing with the riddles, or are they? Fact of the matter remains, guys, XRP is still following Bitcoin in a speculative market. We are still seeing XRP struggle to get above these levels of resistance. Are we going to go higher? That's a good question. You can always follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for more of my insight on that. You can also come check out the Working Money Channel merch store if you guys are interested in helping to support the channel by purchasing some Working Money Channel merchandise. Every little bit counts. And I also want to mention that I'm offering 15% off until the end of the summer, so check it out. Link is in the description of the video. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.